Hello, 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 Kiosk Radio listeners. I hope you're all safe and doing well. My name is Loic. Some of you might know me as LB Morzalek, as I am a regular here at Kiosk Radio for 6 years now. But I'm here today on behalf of Belrefugees, the citizen platform aiming to mobilize and federate citizens and associative energies to transform societal representation and attitude about people in migration and to contribute to offering a human response to their needs. And we are here today to celebrate World Refugee Day. Thanks to Kiosk Radio, we will be here until 9 p.m. So if you're in Brussels, don't hesitate to pass by, or you can also join us on kioskradio.com. We also have a chat. Whether you're using your computer or the mobile app, you have a small window, and you can chat with us. You can send love to the artist and react. And I have the pleasure today to welcome two artists, Alia Faye and Hussein Rassim. I will let you maybe introduce yourself. Can you introduce yourself without mentioning anything about music?
Maybe that's quite hard to, because my life is surrounded about music. My name is Hussein Rassim. I come from Iraq. I arrived here in Belgium 10 years ago, and it's really difficult to not talk about music because I'm surrounded with music, and it's voilà. I would say
Okay.
Hello, my name is Alia Faye. I am 28 years old, 29 in 2 days. I do a bunch of stuff not related to music. First of all, I'm originally Egyptian, born and raised in Kuwait. Moved here a year and a half ago. And I do communication for a non-profit organization, and I do communication for another queer collective called Liaison, and I have my own collective called Kanti Company. We curate parties and we style people. We do fashion advice, styling. Even our parties are related to fashion in some way. Yeah, thank you.
And what led you, both of you, to Belgium? How did you end in Brussels?
I've been always thinking about leaving Iraq since maybe, I don't know, I was 10 or 12. I had this idea to leave the country, and I had the opportunity in 2015 where there was this wave of immigration from Syria, Iraq, Afghanistan to Europe. So I took the boat crossing the sea until I crossed 10 to 12 countries, European countries, until I arrived in Brussels. And why Brussels? It was a discussion I had 3 days before I leave Iraq with an American colleague, and we were talking about, I was telling him that I'm leaving to Europe, and I might go to Finland, 90%, but maybe Belgium. And then he told me that he'd been in those two countries, and Finland is fine. But then he started talking about Brussels, and not even Belgium, Brussels, and how it's going to fit me and how it's going to fit my life. Honestly, after 1 week, I emailed him and I told him, you are totally right. And here I am.
Okay.
For me, it took some brainwashing to get here. I have a friend here that's been living for almost 10 years. And I've always wanted to leave Kuwait, obviously, because it really was not the moment, it was not giving. So I had a friend here that was convincing me to move at least to Europe, because my first thought was the US, like New York, like, but like, thank God I listened. Yeah, it was very spontaneous. I applied for a tourist visa. I got it in like 4 days, and then I was like, oh well, we're going to Belgium. We're going to Brussels. No regrets at all, actually. Yeah.
Okay. I asked both of you to send me the first track or sound or recorded track you remember to have heard in your life.
Yes.
We're gonna listen to it and we will discuss it after.
Okay.
So, Alia, can you maybe tell us about this song and what kind of
Yes.
souvenir does it bring to you?
Okay, so this song is one of the first songs I remember from my childhood because it was very controversial. The music video was very controversial for Egyptians. Um, Egypt in general is known for belly dancing and belly dancers and all of that. But this was back then, like this was like in the 80s, 90s, you know. In the 2000s, it was a bit like daring for someone to do something like be like an Egyptian girl to become a belly dancer in the early 20s or in the early 2000s was a bit like shocking. And the music video to this song was the artist walking around the streets in um, like a belly dancing suit.
Outfit, yeah.
Yeah. And it was in 2006, and it just got so big for some reason. Everyone was talking about it. Egyptians were so mad. And as a queer kid, anything controversial really like struck me, you know? I was like, yes, exactly. Pissed them off. So I think just growing up as queer, anything that was daring or anything that was like that, and it was not even intentional, you know, like, and it just stuck with me since. I was like, iconic. Yeah.
Nice. And what role does music play in your life, both of you? You said you told us it's the main thing, and for you, Aliyah,
What does music mean? Like,
yeah, what role does
um,
it play in your life today?
a huge role. A huge role. I'm listening to music from the second I wake up until I go to sleep. You know, the second I open my eye after checking my phone, I put on whatever's like. I always wake up with something with a song stuck in my head. If not, I'll just play music in general. Like, there's always music in the background, even when I'm going out with my friends or something. Throughout the night, when we're walking in the street or like when we're in the bus or something, one of us will always pull up a phone, put on a song, and like there is still music going in the background. I think it plays a huge part in my life. Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna play another song called Hanin, composed by Hussein, and you will tell us a bit about it after. Hussein, can you tell us what was this song?
Hanin, it's a collective composition, by the way. We are four here in this. We hear the piano, and the piano is copying a sound of a bird from Iraq, and it's a bird. It's a shame that people are hunting this bird. It's a small bird singing really beautiful, and he have this da 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 da. And so the piano is inspired by this sound. And then we are just giving warmness with the violoncelle and the oud. And Hanin, it's mean nostalgic in Arabic. We composed it 2 years ago, and we recorded an album called Terre Intime, Intimate Earth, and it's I think it's the first piece of the album, Hanin.
You both left your country you almost 10 years ago, and you a year and a half ago. How did leaving your country affect your relationship with music, the music you listen to, the music you do? How leaving your country affected your relationship with your music, the one you do and the one you listen to?
Yeah, indeed. So when I arrived here, I was really involved in the migration, and so I composed an album called Migration, and it's with a project called Nawaris, and also I worked in a theater piece called Les Inoués, and it's was talking about a Jewish immigrant in Canada, and it's a real story of the director father, and voila. And it's most of the. I mean, at the beginning of my life, I was really involved artistically in migration, but then I brought my own materials, and then it's changed step by step, and then I'm now more having jazz, Arabic jazz, and even now with Tarab Machine, I have a bit rock, Arabic rock. So Europe did have influence on me after 10 years, absolutely. Even for the music I listened a lot to rock and roll lately, sometimes electro, much less traditional. Voilà.
Okay.
For me, I would say moving did affect my relationship with music, because moving here, it's not often like living back in Kuwait, like with family and friends and all of that. Like Arabic music was very like regularly played in the background, you know, whether it's at home or at friend's place or in the car, you know, while I'm driving. Like there, like it's there, like it's played. I think moving here, the first few months, I had no like connection to Arabic music at all. I felt like isolated at one point from it. Yeah, I felt more isolated from the Arabic media. And then after that, I was like, oh. So now the difference is that I have to like look for it. I have to dig and search what's new, what's not, what did I used to listen to, and all of that, because it's not played regularly. It's not mainstream, you know. So yeah, this is how it affected me. I would say it made me realize that it was a blessing back then, you know. Like Arabic music is like really good. Like it's crazy good, you know.
Yeah.
Missing it for a few months of my life, or like not listening to certain songs or certain melodies, I was like, wait, there's something wrong here. And then I got into it again, and I was like, okay. Yeah.
That's interesting, because when I asked you to send me a track reminding you home, This is what you send.
And the peaches and the mangoes that you could sell for me. What do you think my brain is made for? Is it just a container for the mind? This great gray matter. Sensei replied, what is your woman? Is she just a container for the child? That soft pink matter, cotton candy, Majin Buu. Oh, oh, oh. Close my eyes and fall into you, you, you. My God, she's giving me pleasure. Oh, no, no. What if the sky and the stars are for show, and the aliens are watching live from the purple matter? Sensei went quiet, then violent, and we sparred until we both grew tired. Nothing mattered. Cotton candy, Majin Buu. Oh, 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 oh. Dim the lights and fall into you, you. My God, giving me pleasure, 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 pleasure over matter.
Since you been gone, I've been having withdrawals. You was such a habit to call. I ain't myself at all, had to tell myself no. She better with some fella with a regular job. I didn't wanna get her involved. By then, Mr. Benjamin was sitting in awe. Hops into my car, drove far. Far's too close, and I remember my memories no sharp. Butter knife, what a life anyway. I'm building y'all a clock stop, what am I Hemingway? She had the kind of body that would probably intimidate any of them that were unsouthern. Not me, cousin. If models are made for modeling, thick girls are made for cuddling. Switch worlds and we can huddle then. Who needs another friend? I need to hold your hand. You need no other man. We flee to other lands. Gray matter.
Sakes, go to hell. Nah, not gonna wood. Hey, you're good at being bad. You're bad at being good. For heaven's sakes, go to hell. Knock on wood. For heaven's sakes, go to hell. Knock on wood.
Well, frankly, when that ocean's so motherfucking good, make her squat the motherfucking wood. Make her walk the motherfucking plank. Make her rob a motherfucking bank with no mask on and arrest a revolver.
Alia, maybe you can tell us what was the first song we heard. It's Frank Ocean.
The second song.
And
Frank
Frank Ocean
Ocean,
reminds
Pink
you of home.
Matter. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was talking about Arabic music before that, and you were like, it's funny, because then the song that reminds me of home is an English song. Only because my friends mean a lot to me, like in general, here and back home. And also growing up queer, you really see family and friends. So this song reminds me of home because I used to listen to it with my best friend a lot while cruising around with the car, like just driving around, the song is playing, or whenever we're just like, it's always like, you know, it was like a thing. And to me, home is my friends, like that's what it is. That's why it reminds me of home, because of that.
And the second song we heard is from legendary Ethiopian pianist Emma Sege Mariam Gebru. It's called Homesickness. How do you deal with homesickness? Both of you.
How do I deal with homesickness?
Yeah.
I used to have meltdowns. I would just break down and call my mom. But now you kind of adapt. You know, like, what is there else to do? Like, khalas, it is what it is.
Yeah.
So it depresses you a little bit, like the fact that you never know when you're gonna go back home, when's the next time you're gonna see your family and all of that. It's very affecting, like very mentally draining as well. But the more you go on with life, the more you realize that there is so many other things to do, like, so it just falls down in your head, but it's always there. So like, whenever I'm just sitting, or like after work or something, when I'm at home and I'm like, my mom could have made me dinner right now, you know, this is when I'm like, fuck, like, if I can go back home, damn, you know?
Yeah.
And it's not just about that, it's just about like, just going back home. And growing up in the Middle East, whenever, like, you live with your family until you either get married or you die. So living with my parents was one of the hardest thing I can do in my life, especially with my identity. But at the same time, I'm not going to deny the comfort I was living in. Aside from emotions and feelings, that was not involved in the family much. But the clean clothes, the food constantly in the fridge, at home, whatever you want, like, you know, Middle Eastern parents really like come through when it comes to like hospitality, you know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So this is one of the main reasons I feel homesick, also because I'm like, I've been living with my parents for 28 years. You want me to do this now? Like, hello. So yeah.
For me, it's, I mean, after 10 years living in Belgium, I lost this sense. Maybe it was at the beginning. Of course, I arrived here. I was lucky because I arrived at the Parc Maximilien, where I met plenty of people, and many of them became friends. We're still friends. But yeah, I came to a country I know no one actually. So and then about many things, culture difference and so on. Even in mentally, I thought I'm ready for a big change, but it's always tough. But after 10 years, and I have a daughter here. She's born here. She's 7.5. Yeah, I mean, I consider myself as Belgium as well, as an Iraqi, and it's a percentage that never you cannot know. It's always change, and it depends on the moment. but yeah, I don't really have this homesick feeling anymore. I've been in Baghdad 4 times already in the last 2 years. Yeah, I go, I have fun after 10 days, and then I miss Belgium. Yeah, we have good stuff here.
Yeah. Back in Iraq, you studied music at a really high level. Did you lose part of your music knowledges and how you do it by leaving the country?
I think it's the contrary. When I arrived here, it was the opportunity to perform, and the quality of the places you perform, and the materials, and the public, the quality of the public. It's really different. So I had a project in Baghdad. I was a student, and I had a project. It was cool. I mean, young students. We were. At least we were 5 on the stage, but sometimes it goes more, invite other artists. And we were touring in Babylon, in Baghdad. We did many concerts. I mean, I remember the most big concert, it was in one of the important concerts I supposed to do, it was in a national theater in Baghdad. And then I remember the sound was, we had a really difficulty with the sound that we had to stop because we had 3 or 4 days rehearsals in the same place, and the technician was not doing his job. And on the stage we had, I think, 600-700 people in the public. It's a big theater, and we want to perform, but the sound was not working. And at some point we said, okay, no, we cannot do that. While here in Belgium, few times I had difficulties with conditions, but most of the time it's a good conditions. And then you perform, and then you develop, and then also you meet different type of musicians, different gender of music, and then you open up, because it's as I'm come from traditional, and it's really close. And if I look at myself after 10 years in Belgium, it's a huge difference. I'm playing with jazzists and now with rock, and it's give a unique sound, and that's what I like also. Yeah.
Your main instrument is the oud. It's a really strong instrument. Do you think sometimes it tells the story for you? And what is your relationship with your oud?
It's so, yeah, first time I saw the oud, I was really touched. It was Zubair El-Awadi, is an Iraqi artist. He lives in the States now. I saw him performing in Beirut. I was a refugee back then in 2008 or 2008. It was between those 2 years. And he was performing. I saw the instrument and I was like, this is something I want to do. And then, it's. I would say that music in general did save me, but specific the oud. It's make me. Through it I found myself. I would say it's. And since then I don't stop. I perform and I play at home and with friends, and most of the time with me. Yeah. It's a quite stronger relationship, I say.
You mentioned it. You have like multiple projects here in Belgium. What was the first collaboration you had?
I worked with Nawaris. We were 5 musicians. A Belgian saxophonist, Manu Armia, great person. He teaches at the Conservatoire of Bruxelles, the jazz. And then I with Juliette Lacroix, an amazing cellist, Simon Leleu on the percussion. I was singing and playing the oud, and we had Laurie Patista. She also was a singer from Toulouse. And with this project, we did plenty of gigs in Belgium. But it started small, and it's usually when I start a project, it's like. I try something, and then it's at some point it takes a direction, but it takes time, and I like that we discover together ourselves. And voilà. So Nawaris was
okay. That's a good transition because we have a track from Nawaris.
Let's go.
في ليال كتمت سر الهوى بالدجى لولا شموس الغرر مال نجم الكاسف وهوى مستقيم السير سعد الأثر حين لذ النوم شيئا أو كما هجم الصبح هجوم الحرس غارت الشوب بنا وربما أثرت فينا عيون النرجس جادك الغيث إذا الغيث هما يا زمان الوصل في الأندلس لم يكن وصلك إلا حلما بالكراء أو خلسة المختلس حين لذ النوم شيئا أو كما هجم الصبح هجوم الحرس غارت الشوب بنا أو ربما
And that was Nararis.
Yeah, indeed.
Okay.
زمان الوصل.
Did you, this is a question for both of you, did you even your country affected your mental health, and did music help you to struggle a bit less about it?
The first part of the question?
Did living Iraq affect your mental health at some point?
Maybe
this,
less in my case,
yeah.
but it's funny, you know. Sometimes it's like that. I actually born in Iraq, but I had a difficulty to feel well integrated in that country. It's very strange to say, but yeah, I mean, I could feel part of me is from there, but a very strong feeling that I'm not, and it's I don't fit somehow. So it's somehow moving away. It was something helped me feel better, of course. But music, as I mentioned tout à l'heure, it did change a lot to me because I had many problems back home in Iraq, and I was in Beirut. I saw this guy, and then I learned and went back to Iraq to study, and it did help me to be conscious, I would say. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, living at home really affected my mental health. which sucks because I'm very attached to my Egyptian roots, to my like growing up Arab. I'm very like attached to that. Like it plays a huge part of my life. I did not necessarily grow up religious, but we grew up very traditional, like traditional celebrations, like stuff like that were very big in our house. So, and I really like it. Like it's really like it's a huge part of my life. So the fact that I cannot live like that comfortably, I cannot live in that environment comfortably as I am, and that I have to leave and go somewhere else or like hide myself or, you know, really like played with my head a lot. But it's such a shame because it's such a beautiful upbringing. It's a very nice culture. It's to be in. It's very giving, very caring, very very positive. So to have that taken away from you because of your identity really sucks. Yeah.
Did you ever feel like tokenized or labeled as migrant or queer? Did you ever feel like tokenized or labeled as migrant or queer here in Belgium, especially in the cultural scene?
I'm sorry, I didn't get it.
Have you ever feel like you're labeled as
Yeah, labeled.
Oh
Yeah.
yes, 100%, 100%. Not necessarily like a person like me can be labeled for a lot of things. I'm like a walking label, you know. If it's not my identity, it's my skin color. If it's not this, it's that. Like it's a bunch of things at the same time. Like so, I'm basically targeted from every single person in the street, you know. So yeah.
No. And you said you performed with Refugee for Refugee, the band who then changed his name because for not being tokenized and labeled anymore.
Yeah, indeed.
How was your perception of it?
So I only record an album and I did one gig with Refugees for Refugees, and then of course I honestly can't remember the name, but I remember this after a couple of years. In my case, I do have the experience of. But I told you I was already involved in the story of migration. I had an album. I had a theater piece. I even made a film, The Way Back, and it talks about my road to Brussels, but on the sens inverse, in the other sense. So we took a car from Brussels and backwards to Greece. So yeah, I was really involved in this histoire. But at the end is I remember I remember a story. For example, I had a concert, a proposition in a place in Brussels, and then I was proposing to play with a saxophonist, flutist from Brussels, amazing artist. And I'm sorry, but I have to say, they were like, yeah, but he's not an immigrant. He cannot, you have to come with someone. I was like, where's the artistic part of, like I can't. And it was really difficult to accept such conditions. Then that's mean they are taking me because I'm an immigrant. Well, it's really tough. And at some point I decide to separate my artist. I took another direction. I remember it was during COVID, and I decided I have to go another direction. Otherwise, I will be always the immigrant artist. And I feel it less, I would say. Yeah.
Okay.
هدفنا وما هو بعيد بلاد النور ورهاص الخير بلاد النور ورهاص الخير لابد يوم باكر يبقى لابد يوم باكر يبقى خير والدمعة تفارق الوجدان الدمعة تفارق الوجدان ودموع الغبش الصبر تسير دموع الغبش الصبر تسير رقصت نخلاتك والغابات والغابات والنيل تفجر شكلك بلا لون ما حدا انتبه لك هون قاعد بلا صوت شو هو سرك شو مثل الخيال لاحق سؤال لبعيد تروح وين بتروح ابقى شوي شوي ما تنسى روحك طيب مستني ايد مين شيلك من ماضي حزين قلبك عطشان صارلك زمان بتخاف تقول شو
So we just heard two songs. The first one is by Sudanese wood player Hanan Al Anil, and the second one is from Kazdura, who is a duo made of Syrian singer Lin Hamo and Lebanese musician Don Abu Shakra. My next question is for Aliyah.
Hi.
Aliyah, you're building a space for queer person of colors in nightlife.
Yes.
Do you see and
Gladly.
use DJing as a political act? Do you use music and DJing as a political act?
100%. Everything is a political act. Everything is related to politics. You cannot differentiate that this whole thing of I like the artist. I like the art, not the artist. This is to me. Sorry, can I? This whole thing to me is just stupid, I would say. I'm trying to, I'm trying my best to create a safe space for queer, mainly trans people in the nightlife. Because from what I've seen in the past year and a half, that nightlife can be really dangerous for queer people, like extremely dangerous. Even in spaces that claim to be queer or safe for queer people, not true. Like from what I've seen, at least, there's not really much care put into it. So that's what I'm trying to achieve with my where to, like, there is me and there is my also partner in Kanti Company, Yoni. Shout out Yoni. This is what we're trying to achieve by having somewhat of, I'm not gonna say a safe space because not there. That's not an easy word to put around, a safe space. I'm trying to create a safer space for queer and trans people of color.
And how do you navigate, like trying to create this safer space and care about people, and caring about also about yourself, your own identity and safety?
My own identity and safety is also the people around me. Trans people are mainly around each other because of family issues, because of just life in general. We tend to be more around each other because that's when we feel the safest. So to my trans sisters, my friends, my surroundings, we make each other feel safe. We try to protect each other. We try to watch out for each other, because even if I hate someone, if I hate a girl that I know, a trans girl, or I can't stand someone from my community, I still won't allow someone from outside to put a hand on them, you know?
Mm-hmm.
These are still my people. So somewhat, like, this is not something that I create, it's something that we collectively create together, you know? Yeah.
No. And how, this is a question for both of you, do you dream your music and work to evolve in the next, like, let's say 5 or 10 years? Like,
I haven't, I don't necessarily call myself a DJ because I haven't played in places yet. It's just something that I practice. And so my main goal actually is to be a producer. So that's where I hope DJing takes me, or being in music takes me in general.
Kiosk Radio guys are here, so I think they are hearing what to say, and maybe they will book you here.
Oh,
who knows?
Hello. Yeah, so my main goal is to reach, like, to produce music. I feel like that would be cool. Yeah.
Can you remind me?
How do you
Yeah.
dream your music to evolve?
Yeah, I usually before really rushing in things, and I want things to go fast with projects, with the compositions, with the and now I feel that I take my time. So honestly, it's going well, and it's for me. I would say I'm more local artistic. I most of my performance it's Brussels or Belgium. Before I had experience go to France and some other gigs in other countries, but anyway, it's not my dream anymore. It's I things are going well, and it's slowly and good quality, and voila. It's more about this and being connected to the city. It's become more important than touring, for example, because before I really wanted to have a big tours, and things are just with like now with Startup Machine we had one gig for the festival, Human City Festival, the 29 May, and now we have a concert at Piano Fabric the 4th of July, voilà, and it's okay. I don't have another date yet, but it's fine. I'm working slowly. I'm gonna film it, that gig, and produce something, and then try to get gigs after September. It's like playing in a bar or playing in a big place. It's for me. It's the same. Voilà.
Thank you. Alia, if you coming back to the safe topic, if you could build your own party without any limitation in terms
Oh
of
my god.
project, guests,
Oh my god.
how would it
It would be
look
nasty. It would be nasty. If I can, it would be a huge party.
Yeah.
Um,
Would Frank Ocean be there?
not necessarily.
Not necessarily.
No,
Okay.
no, it's not. I don't think he would fit the vibe.
Oh,
You know, it's more. We're more booty shaking.
okay.
You know.
Yeah.
I want everyone to have fun. Like if I'm throwing a party, everyone is shaking ass. Everyone is throwing it back. I want to see everyone just having the time of their life. You know, that's the main thing. I would love. I want to see the girls happy. I want to see people happy. I want people to dance, to be free. Like it's a party. What are you doing? Dance.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this
Yeah.
is like a huge hall with a good DJ. The girls are dancing. The girls are playing. Yeah. I just want my community to be safe and have fun. You know,
Mhm.
we're not asking for much.
I asked you to send me a track to dedicate to the next
Yes.
generation of queer people. Here is it.
bitch. You want a model, bitch? I'll put it internet. All that key, and I ain't into that. All my mini me's, I invented that facts. Long ass weed flow down my back. I want a picture with a baseball bat. Hoes don't like when I talk like that. Please don't bark, cause Millie bite back. I huff and I puff and I blow shit down. Stand up, bitch, ho, go sit down. Put your ear on this coach, you hear this oh shit sound. I fuck one, when you old dick now. You got money cause you on dicks. Millie got millies cause Millie got hits. You pop people's hoe, I pop shit. You can talk like this when you really that. Feeling myself, I conceited. 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 Straight out of Mobile, Louis on both heels. Fuck how I hope feel, girl, just relax. Smack a little bitch, hold you a nap. Bitch get jealous when I do it like that. Celine on my eyes like a diva. I've been that bitch since the fetus. They have my stripes, no Adidas. My eyes taking pics when they see us. I'm so fabulous, bitch, I'm fabulous. I don't need his money, bitch, I got enough. Pretty bitch walk in, they gon' salute. I don't wanna talk, bitch, just keep it cute. Big yellow coupe, no top on the roof. Brush my hair when I walk in the booth. Feeling myself, I conceited. 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 Feeling myself, I conceited.
So that was the kind of track that you would play at your ideal party.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Okay.
Would you blame me?
No,
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
Hussein, you said you went like back in Iraq a few times. Do you still feel connected to the music scene there and musicians?
Not at all. I mean, after like 80 years, I was away. I mean, I still have contact, so I connected some friends, we met, but playing music there, it's I have some connection, maybe something will happen at some point, but it's quite different, and I think it was quite a mistake of me but it's not a mistake, it's the reality. I was living here for 8 years and I couldn't go back, so things doesn't work through a smartphone, you know. You have to be there, and I was a person really active and had a lot of contact back then, yeah.
What kind of advice would you give to a young artist that would arrive in Belgium today with a traditional instrument, like you 10 years ago?
Keep trying, and meet, yeah. Yeah, and open your mind about the possibilities can happen when you play with instrument that we are not used to play with, a type of music that we are not used to. Just and try, and things will work out. And go out. A lot of musicians, they have this. I met a lot of Iraqis and Arabic musicians, traditional, amazing musicians. But they don't really connect with people a lot. They stay at home, practice, which is great. But I think artists also need to
Perform.
to perform, but also like to connect with people. You know, just sit in the terrace and talk to people. That's how I found plenty of concerts. Just being at the Parc Maximilien, I was there first I think 2 weeks. I met a woman, and then bingo, I was at Refugees for Refugees with Music Public recording a few months after. And it's because I was there, I was meeting people and open up to yeah.
Okay. Thank you both. This is the end of the interview. Maybe we can share news. You're performing with Tara Machine in 10 days.
Yes, the 4th of July.
4th of July at Piano Fabric.
At 9 in the evening. It's great. Oui, come, come, come.
Okay.
And the second concert, it's with Jacques Hamas, the 6th of July.
Okay.
And it's, I think, at 5 in the
Oh, yeah.
afternoon.
Sorry.
Oui. So,
I forgot
should
the
I
mic.
say everything again?
Yes.
Okay. So I was like, blah, blah, blah. So, first concert, it's the 4th of July, and it's with Tarab Machine at Piano Fabric at 9 in the evening, and it's Friday, and it's free. Please come support us. They have good, nice, cheap beers there, and they are very friendly in Saint-Gilles. And the other one, it's in Excel, the 6th of July with Jacques Hamas, and it's a jazz, Sounds Jazz Club. Voilà. Yeah, I hope to see you there.
Yeah, we will.
Well, not to be self-centered, but the next Cunty Company event is my birthday.
In 2 days.
And on Sunday,
Okay.
Cunty Company is doing a little Sunday brunch. It's called Summer Sunday, Alia's birthday bash. There's gonna be brunch. There's gonna be karaoke. There's gonna be a trans closet sale, board games. So let's party on Sunday. You know,
Where is it happening?
It's gonna be in Saint-Gilles in at a bar called Addict Bar.
Okay.
Yeah, everyone is welcome. It's an open invitation. Yeah.
So join Alia's birthday. Thank you, both of you, for joining us today.
Thank you for having us.
You're welcome. World Refugee Day on Kiosk Radio will continue the whole day, and even the morning show, we will be playing music until 11. Thank you.
Thank you.
بنت الشلبية عيونها لوزية حبك من قلبي يا قلبي انتي عينيا بحبك من قلبي يا قلبي انتي عينيا حد القناطر محبوب ناطر كسر الخواطر يا ولفي ما هان عليا كسر الخواطر يا ولفي ما هان عليا بتطل بتلوح والقلب مجروح وايام عالبال بتعن وتروح تحت الرماني حبي حكاني سمعني غناني يا عيوني وتغزل فيا سمعني غناني يا عيوني وتغزل فيا. 1 2 1 2 3 4
من القدس من البلدة القديمة أنا من شوارع فلسطين الحبيبة أنا من القدس من البلدة القديمة أنا من شوارع فلسطين الحبيبة أنا من القدس 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 من البلدة القديمة أنا من شوارع فلسطين الحبيبة أنا من القدس من البلدة القديمة أنا من شوارع فلسطين الحبيبة أنا من القدس أنا من القدس أنا من القدس أنا من القدس في الشوارع في المزارع في المصانع في الطرقات في الشوارع في المزارع في المصانع في الطرقات سأبقى أناضل 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 لتحرير الأرض والإنسان سأبقى أناضل 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 لتحرير الأرض والإنسان أنا من القدس 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 بالبلدة القديمة أنا من شوارع فلسطين الحبيبة أنا من القدس بالبلدة القديمة أنا من شوارع فلسطين الحبيبة أنا من القدس أنا من القدس أنا من القدس أنا من القدس الشوارع في المزارع في المصانع في الطرقات في الشوارع في المزارع في المصانع في الطرقات سأبقى أناضل 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 لتحرير الأرض والإنسان سأبقى أناضل 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 لتحرير الأرض والإنسان أنا من القدس 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 بالبلدة القديمة أنا من شوارع فلسطين الحبيبة أنا من القدس بالبلدة القديمة أنا من شوارع فلسطين الحبيبة أنا من القدس أنا من القدس أنا من القدس أنا من القدس في الشوارع في المزارع في المصانع في الطرقات في الشوارع في المزارع
Kiosk Radio. Kiosk Radio.
Fire bareedina ka'umsa hundumaate suma jireenyi gahammeetu hanga dhumatte. Fire bareedina ka'umsa hundumaate suma jireenyi gahayyootu hanga dhumatte. Beeka ijoollummaa ishee aanatee jejjeertee harmeen naa goddettee beeka sagal baastee gadda tabba baatee naa wajjin cinqamtee harmee booddeessee koo maata naa qaqqabdee daalachuuftee jettee dibatan adiibdee harmee koo hayyoo koo harka ol kaafattee omoree koo gootoo rabbi naa kadhattee. Faya bareedina ka'umsa hundumaate suma jireenyi gahammeetu hanga dhumatte. Faya bareedina ka'umsa hundumaate suma jireenyi gahayyootu hanga dhumatte. Beeka ijoollummaa ishee aanatee jejjeertee harmeen naa goddettee beeka sagal baastee gadda tabba baatee naa wajjin cinqamtee harmee booddeessee koo maata naa qaqqabdee daalachuuftee jettee dibatan adiibdee harmee koo hayyoo koo harka ol kaafattee omoree koo gootoo rabbi naa kadhattee. Faya bareedina ka'umsa hundumaate suma jireenyi gahayyootu hanga dhumatte. Faya bareedina ka'umsa hundumaate suma jireenyi gahayyootu hanga dhumatte.
Okay. Ese me hago tu plata, This is Citada.
Kiosk
Different
Radio.
color, different culture, but we have a heart. Different eye, different skin, our blood is red. But we have common things, just so you don't say we are twins. See, is this difference make this world is only you agree? Hey, I say, you say. Scientist, another one is stylist, but we gonna see. You can be a pilot, another one musician, but we have our dreams. We only have a different dreams. We only have a different dude. We got different point of view. We got something in common. It's only you agree. Put your hands up and together, let's make a better.
Kiosk Radio.
به خودم خوش داشت. ببخشد وقتا نو تایپای پنسلیسی برآمده بود.
entongo konakiri ina samba boke anya gorogo ya gasa ufanye fafe nano ale e muntungo konakiri mululu meki mbore gbegbe nana geli kwiye Entongo takui, engani harera. Entongo konakiri, ina samba boke. Entongo konakiri, ina samba boke. Anya gorogo. Entongo takui, engani harera. Entongo konakiri, ina samba boke. Entongo konakiri, ina samba boke. Anya gorogo. Engani harera entongo konakiri ina samba boke entongo konakiri ina samba boke aya gorogo entongo taku engani harera entongo konakiri ina samba boke entongo konakiri ina samba boke sama
Kiosk Radio.
يلا تشوبي تشوبي